Justine, with the autumn statement coming, of course, there's a lot in the papers this morning about the possible different options for the economy. Now, you were, and we can see the pictures here, part of George Osborne's team in 2010.
Yeah, looking a lot younger.
I think we all looked a lot younger then. Now, that was a huge political and a huge economic moment. New coalition government came in, made some very tough decisions on spending, cut a lot of budgets. How would you compare this moment, and what do you think the scale of the challenge is?
I think it is another moment. I think we're in a moment. We're a country that's left the European Union, we've had COVID, and we're now coming into a very difficult economic time, but actually it's about building for the future. And so you're right, we did do the emergency budget, but the backdrop was actually very different. It was a credit crunch. We'd fought an election on being a government that needed to get Britain's finances into shape and live within its means, and we then got on and delivered that.
So you had a mandate to do it?
We had a mandate to do it, and it's also fair to say interest rates were low, and so people had, if they had mortgage, more money in their pockets. I think the challenge now is it's a very different world. What the markets want to see is a long-term plan for Britain getting its public finances in order, but that also ties to this mandate that Boris Johnson won on levelling up. It's this issue of too many lives off track in Britain that cost money and needing to get them on track. This issue of people being disconnected from opportunity, and this being a country where people can't afford to heat their homes, they can't afford to put food on the table, but at the same time, companies I work with on social mobility are saying they can't find the skills to fill great jobs and careers that they've already got. So this is a time, I think, on the 17th of November and beyond, where we take a decision, just as governments took a decision after World War II. Is it too hard to create the NHS or welfare state we could have thought it was? But actually we need to do that as an opportunity. We need to make sure that Britain is now connecting people up to opportunities and clearing the way for talent to succeed.
OK, all three of you, thank you very much for now. It's fascinating to hear you say that this is like a sort of post-World War II moment. We'll see, of course, what the government comes up with next week.